Hey guys, so we just finished up with Samsung here at CES 2020. It's only day one, but they showed off the Galaxy S10 Lite and Galaxy Note 10 Lite. And neither of these phones were really phones that we were expecting, especially with the specs that they're packing. And if you don't know the specs, let me just give you a quick rundown. First of all, they both have these big 6.7-inch AMOLED displays. They both got hole punch cutouts in the very top center of the display. So they both kind of look similar to the Note 10 Plus. But they've got flat displays instead of curved displays, so that's gonna be a little bit of a change there. Now they've also got 4,500 milliamp hour batteries, 6 to 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of storage. So from these specs alone, you wouldn't really assume that these were actually light devices at all. And when you move to the processor, you would normally think that that's what they would be cutting down on. But actually, the S10 Lite has a Snapdragon 855. So it's kind of hard to see exactly what is making these light devices. Now the build quality of these phones, definitely not as high quality as either the S10 Plus or the Note 10 Plus or the S10 or the Note 10. They're not like this really nice glass that you got in the high-end versions of the phones. But again, the specs inside are like the same, if not better in some areas. So that's kind of weird to see. So you're probably wondering what the differences are between these two phones because they look really similar. They've got some different colors, but the build quality is pretty much the same. And the camera array also looks the same. And if you've seen any rumors of like the Galaxy S20 or the Galaxy S11, whatever you want to call it, the camera array looks pretty similar to what we're expecting that camera array to look like. But the camera array in both of these phones have pretty different camera setups in them. So let me just list them off real quick. The Galaxy S10 Lite has a 5 megapixel macro lens, a 48 megapixel wide lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens. Whereas the Galaxy Note 10 Lite has a 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens. So if you want to get that telephoto lens, you are going to have to get the Note 10 Lite, although it's not going to be sold in the United States. So if you live in the US, you're only going to be able to get the S10 Lite. But that's pretty much the only difference between these phones, unless you take into account the fact that the Note 10 Lite actually does have that S Pen, just like we've seen in the Galaxy Note 10, the Galaxy Note 9, every single Galaxy Note before it. So that's just been a quick look and hands-on. Are you interested in these phones? Weirdly enough, Samsung has not given us like pricing or availability for either the S10 Lite or the Note 10 Lite, but we can assume that they're probably going to release them really soon, especially since they've already announced the Samsung Unpacked event where they will announce the Samsung Galaxy S20 or Galaxy S11 or whatever they're gonna call it. So we'll have to see, but we'll let you know as soon as we get devices in for review. Make sure you stay tuned to Android Authority's YouTube channel and the website because we've got a lot more coming from CES 2020. Until the next time, I'll catch you later.